Hello. Hello. Hey, everybody. Welcome. How's everybody doing? I was trying to set this up on my phone so I could do an overhead, but it's not letting me at all. So I'm on my laptop right now. Um, but welcome, everybody. If you're here, say hello if you'd like to. Let me see my going off on my phone too. There we go. Yeah, welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Who is that over there? Kale, Pretty Vermin. Hey, y'all. Adela, what's up, Adela? How you doing, Adela? Yeah, it feels good. I've been trying to rest the last couple days. Holy moly, that was an emotional roller coaster. It's a lot of energy to do something like that on your own. But yeah, did some yoga today. trying to chill just a little bit. Don't mind my mess. Yeah. How is everyone? Welcome. Is everybody having a good day? It feels like spring here. It was kind of summery today. I took a long walk. There's a nice breeze. All that. What's up, Sarah Hoover? Congrats to you guys too. We're gonna get some of these in the mail to you. Yeah, we did it. We did it. I have a variety of like snacks and teas and Coors Light. I'm not going to be drinking that on a live. I think I'll get deleted, but chilling. Y'all, thank you so much. Yeah, it feels good. I have a feeling that these are going to be everywhere soon. I've had some interest already in some big stores and things like that, which is pretty sweet. I have a lot to do though in the next few months. Trying to slow down. I don't want to miss any details, but yeah, it feels good. Feels good. YouTube live. Whee! I think that it'd be fun to yeah, thank you. I can't wait to get them to you. I think it would be fun to do these things more often as well, maybe like a monthly or a weekly thing. I've been setting up the website. That's one of the things that I've been doing. I want to put little tutorials and things on there and kind of make that the hub. But YouTube seems like a great place. So I'm going to keep. If y'all have not, go hit the subscribe button afterward and stay in touch because I think it's fun. I keep doing other channel stuff. If you didn't see the thing on Eye of the Serpent Tarot, I've been doing. Oh, what's up? What up? My bestie's in here. What's up, dude? Say hey to Leon for me. Yeah, but I think it'd be fun to do these. I'm gonna start traveling again as well, and sharing a lot of the things that I make. I got some commissions, and it's gonna be a crazy year. Year of the NEEFF. Woo! Year of the NEEFF. But hey, I couldn't have done this without all of you guys. All y'all. Everybody along the way. It's been a long journey. If y'all knew, some of you know, I think that this year is even more so the year of the NEEFF. It's the NEEFF year. It's our own calendar year. Hopefully it's the decade of the NEEFF. We'll see. Been working hard for a long time. Yeah. Is anybody, so let's get into it. What is everybody doing? How do you use your decks? Do you have a lot of decks? Do you have a little bit of decks? Right now I have one. I'm just using this one. I do not have any of my tarot or anything with me at the moment. When I make stuff, I like to kind of make it in a vacuum, but there's always tarot around, but I'm excited to get to my collection out in Colorado here soon. I'm going to go out there, visit everybody. I think my brother's in here. Go visit my brother, my people. I'm in Arizona at the moment. Yeah, you got a lot of decks. I wish I had a lot of decks. A lot of my friends make decks and they give them to me. But I've been traveling so light for so long. Nice. Well, I'm glad one of my decks made the cut. That's awesome. I think this is gonna be a really good daily for you. I was in Boulder, so that was the last place that I was living. I lived there for 6 months. I moved up to Boulder. I used to live there. I lived there for like 6, 7 years, a long time ago, and I moved back up for an artist residency during Christmas with Urban Outfitters, where I made this big puzzle, and then I got a warehouse space really quickly up in North Boulder in the Emerald warehouses. It was the best time ever. It was good to be around all my friends and a lot of other creators and stuff. I was squatting. I was definitely squatting in there, living in there like that. But that was my one of my favorite living situations I've ever had. Um, but yeah, I moved there from Boulder. I'll be coming back to Boulder. I launched this in Boulder at the Trident. Actually, I was going to reach out in the next few days and see if they want to do a follow up and do a big old bash, which would be fun. It was a little gathering the first time we did readings and stuff like that. I was extremely tired. I was moving and packing and all that stuff. But yeah, if you're in Boulder, come say hey, come say hello. I do love it there. I miss living in the foothills. I used to live up 4 Mile as well. But if anybody if anybody has any questions or anything like that, I could ramble all day long. But let's pull some cards at least. Does anybody want a card pulled for them? Or I can go over some of this stuff. We could do a general reading. That'd be fun. I may have a lot, but I'm picky because I don't use them at any point. I don't. Excited about this one. Nice. Nice. Yeah, thanks. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised too at some of the stuff in there. It's super fun. So why don't we do a general reading? I wish I could show you the cards. But again, I had to do this on my laptop. So I'll just pull them. A world reading for 2023. Yeah, I was actually doing a reading for myself for Pluto and Aquarius and what that would bring, and I thought it was just an absolutely beautiful reading too. Yeah, let's do 2023. I like to give it like the astrological weather too, because then it really exemplifies what those things are meant to change and things like that. But let's do it. How should we word it? We have to ask a question, right? What do we ask? What is the quality of the question that we're asking? That's the question that I teach everybody, or the lesson that I teach everybody, that the quality of your question always dictates the quality of the answer you receive. That's from Ursula K. Le Guin. And I found it to be incredibly true. So let's ask a question. How about we ask what globally will be the theme of the year? Is that what the world reading? Clarity. Ooh, we got the demon card, searching for the demon. Some issues. And dispelling illusion. So it looks like, I mean, there's a lot of clarity here, but it feels like a darker clarity, like seeing through something that has not been serving us for a very long time. There's like this great reset thing going on, and I don't think that it's going to happen the way that they hoped that it would happen. I love Zoomers and younger cultures. I know I'm a boomer. I'm a millennial, but the Zoomers don't give a shit, which is really nice. Hey, what's up? You made it. Yeah. What's your question about the deck? I'm gonna keep going into this, but put any questions that you have or any thoughts that you have over in the chat. And I was telling everybody earlier, I'm gonna keep doing these over the course. I'm gonna be really active on YouTube if all goes right, because I got a lot of traveling to do. was traveling full time last year. I don't know if y'all knew that, but from May to November, I just traveled with these and did readings, and so I met a lot of cool people along the way. Um, but yeah, let's look into this. Cool, 2 extra. Woo! Get them out. Yeah, cool. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So clarity. What are we getting clarity on? Avoid the demon. The demon is Pluto. Interesting. We're asking about Pluto and Aquarius, and well, the question technically was, we're looking for what is the theme of this upcoming year. We have connect the higher states, search for the demon, and dispel illusions. Above the connect the higher states, we got that void card. This is kind of a dark thing, but I like when Pluto comes in and all of this clarity together comes together, and then it ends in the sun. Interesting. It looks like, look at all this. It's like from this darkness, death, and rebirth comes the sun, right? So our first card, Pluto. So the void, Pluto, and then the sun. I keep forgetting that you have never used these before. Everybody here has never used them because I've been talking about them so much, and I've had everybody around through this process for so long. I'm like, I feel like everybody already has them. But yeah, the theme for this year is this sort of uncovering of illusions and finding clarity. So this sort of death process to rebirth something new. I really feel like the Pluto and Aquarius thing gives me a lot of hope, because it feels like what that's going to do is pull people together. There's a lot of like talk about war and all that stuff, and it's like, well, wars happen when our voices aren't collectively heard. You know, we have to be a lot louder than the last times that we've been in positions like this. So yeah, theme for the year: clarity and dispelling any illusions. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. So what's your question about the deck? Pax was wondering if the extra cards are done. The extra cards are not all the way done. Those are going to ship out with these ones. Some of them are done. I've been actively drawing them, and I've got a couple on reserve. Those will come out with the decks, though, and I'll let everybody know as they get finished. It's a lot because I had them originally as stretch goals, and then the stretch goals would be me doing those things. But since the community asked to have them as add-ons, I still have to write a bit and add them to different like booklets and stuff. I have to design different type of packaging for them, which I love doing that stuff, and it shouldn't be a problem. But they're coming along. They're not all there. It's quite a few cards. It's like 20 some odd cards. Yeah, there's not a lot more pictures. I have a couple photos of different ones that I've made, but those will be revealed later, a little later. Yeah, I'm excited for the zodiac ones. I want to develop an astrology one based off of, I have astrology dice, a lot of 12-sided situations. Yeah, got a long ways to go. This thing's going to be taken up. I'm going to be drawn till I'm dead. I have this vision for this thing that it morphs and changes over time. I'll make other things. I'm constantly making other things. This is one of my, y'all probably aren't too familiar with my artwork, but I love making paintings and machines and all sorts of stuff. So this is my greatest work. I think one of my greatest works yet. But I want to keep adding to it until just keep doing it. I like this idea of making this thing that you can just completely make on your own, you know, if you want to make from scratch by putting together all of the different cards and stuff, and then have this base deck that you can add to. So yeah, going to be doing a lot of drawing over the years. Yes. Yes, indeed. Anybody want a card pulled? Let's see. I see Lash Candy had her hand up. I don't know if she was waving or if you wanted one. Sarah Hoover. Let's see. So I'm just gonna start. I could just read some cards too, if anybody has any ideas. Okay. KL. Do you have a question, or do you just want one pulled? Okay. Got a couple people that want one pulled. KL. KL, you got the Embody Light card. And the Be Yourself card, if it's in regards to, well, I asked what it was about, and you got the Be Yourself, which is hard to do. Sometimes that means like being on your own, but also more than that, I've seen this pulled up when it's like just be you. You know, don't let other people's expectations of you rule what that is. And then the Embody Light card, I love this card. It's a meditation more than anything. I like to fill up with the light, right, and be the light. But to be light is also, it's kind of this idea of letting enough things go so you're not weighed by the world, and so you can shine a lot brighter, right? If there's no mud on your existence, mud in your soul, you know, things holding you down. So be light. Yeah. I like you can have questions. I love to encourage people to ask questions, because the more questions you ask, just a good habit. And but you don't have to type it out if you don't want. Just say, hey, I have one, and I can pull one for you and talk through it. Yeah, almost the whole alphabet. Yeah, so the idea of this too as a fool's map was to make these maps. Has anybody ever heard of Brian Eno's Oblique Strategies? I think that's worth looking up. That really kind of sparked what all of this is. But you know, he used to work with Bowie and things like that. And he made a card of this black deck of cards with just white text, and they say things like, do it backward, right? But it was for songwriting and for creative processes. But I thought it would be fun to make something that was a little more like, well, how do I get from here to here? And use all of these things that are within the human toolkit. And it ended up being a lot more Buddhist than I would have originally planned. But the practical stuff really has a lot of power. Cool. I'll pull one for you, Sarah. Let's see. You got the Do Not Sleep card. Do Not Sleep, which is not missing any opportunities. And I asked about what, and it's about finding others, which is looking for like-minded people, building community, but finding people, you know, it might be somebody in this chat here. But yeah, don't sleep on something. I hope that makes sense. Good question. Let me see. Should I stay or should I go? Spread them out again. Woo. So you got the Sun card, which is the card of joy. And then you got the Avoid All Traps. So the sun is shining on you, whatever situation this is. Should I stay or should I go? Say if you feel like you do what feels most joyous, what feels best, where's the warmth when you close your eyes? I always think about that. Like where does the warmth lie? And then follow that. Not the fear or anything like that. Just where's the warmth? Yeah. Hope that makes sense for you. Yeah, that makes sense. You got two of them. Is anybody here from Instagram? Anybody? I'm just gauging. I might shut that shit down. Instagram is not my favorite. And I figure if I have like one thing that I can focus on, I do a lot better. Yes. Hello. Do you like the Instagram? I don't use it very much. I sound like a boomer, but do you like the Instagram feed? Like it as an interface right now? Because it feels so it's from the Insta. Because I can't tell, you can never tell. It shows it to so few people these days. I get like 100 active watchers from 3,300 almost. Yeah, I'm not going to be very active on it. It's so easy to get addicted to. You get to start hitting reels and then it's just a mess. Maybe I can find somebody to help me. Yeah, thanks, Biden. I can find somebody to help me manage it. One of the reasons I made these cards, which is really funny, is to ask about bigger unknowns. I think that's really fun. When we started this stream, y'all asked to do a general reading. I always like to ask questions about other dimensions and stuff. I have a pretty tough situation. Interested to know what a pull will come up. Okay. For LS. Okay. Got a spread card. Just the Crossroads card. So I'm going to build out a Crossroads. I wish you could see it. Maybe I can put this down. Let's see. Yeah, that kind of works. So we've got a Crossroads here. And here we go together. Coming from a place of inward contemplating, recognizing problems. And above you, you've got your house, keeping your house in order at stake. One direction for you is to stop. Look at that. The other direction, I think it's backward, but one direction is for you to stop and one direction is for you to go. Can't make this up. Let's see. Can you see that? So, whatever that's about. One is to stop, one's to go. Sometimes it's simple. Sometimes it's pretty straightforward. I love these cards. They're like Magic 8-Ball cards. The card names that we have here is Observe the Observer. I don't know if that's backward. Then we've got the Go to the Crossroads. So they're at some sort of crossroads. And then we've got the Consolidate Your Bodies, which is keep getting your house in order. And then they got Stop in one route and then Go in the other route. So it says Go, get moving. This one says Stop, halt. Let's see. Cool. Can you repeat the? Yeah. Cool. That was fun. I think one of the funnest things is surprising people with those. I tell people not to ask yes or no questions, and to test it, they'll ask a yes or no question, and then they'll get a yes or a no. I've had a couple of people run away. Run away from me like, oh my God. Okay, where do I go from there? You got another binary. I don't know what's going on over in your life, but it's really straightforward. You got yes and sleep. Does that make sense for you? Yes, sleep. Where do you go from here? Yes, sleep. Say yes and rest. Probably maybe the stop. Maybe it's telling you to stop. I don't know what your situation is, but you got the yes, sleep. Sleep. Sleep is good. Are all the extra cards from the Kickstarter going to be available at any other time? A lot of them are Kickstarter exclusives. That doesn't mean that I can't redraw them and release them. I'll have to look at which ones are Kickstarter exclusives. I think a lot of them are. The Zodiac one is not, but I'll make sure that the cards are available later, but not those exact cards. Those cards are for the Kickstarter. They'll maybe the same caption, different art, that kind of thing. What do you guys think about this? I was thinking about doing like limited edition colors on some of the cards, just adding in a color. I've expanded this palette away from the 5 colors because if you look, they're all only 5 colors: black, gold, that off-white. It's like a cream, blue, and red. But might be neat. Is anybody doing anything fun tonight? Anything at all? I thought about going out. I think I'm chilling too hard. Nice. I'm glad you like the colors. I would say that was for you, right? So you got the stop and go card. The stop card is also is the cousin card of the sleep card. You pulled the sleep card. So if you're going into a situation that requires a ton of your energy, or you have an opportunity to rest, again, I don't know what the question is, but my best guess is that with that combination, just because it's so specific, is that it's saying like, do whatever you need to do to rest. I think that's, yeah, that's probably what it's saying. I mean, that's definitely what it's saying, but nice, fun. Incredible. Can I get a card pull? Sure. Do you have a question? So Mad Violet, no problem. Man, people ask me, I make a lot of t-shirts actually. I should show you some. But I haven't made any effort towards making shirts just yet, but I love making shirts. If you got any ideas, I think it would be fun to design one. I think I would make it its own thing. Yeah, why not? You got one of the biggest, I mean, yeah, you got this one. That's like a cosmic yes. That's the card of heaven. The eschaton was the Gnostic idea of the final state, right? And to amenitize it meant to change your actions to reflect the most beautiful state possible. So when I see that, it's like, yeah, why not? Definitely sell them readings. I should say too, I personally do not sell readings very often. I haven't in a while. I will on occasion if someone really comes to me, but I've mostly been making. But sell your readings. They got me out of a pickle many times. Put some groceries on my table. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you very much. I can't wait to start painting again, everybody. Love painting. Yeah. Check these out. So part of the film, we shot the film for it all on an iPhone Just trying to be clever. I got these glasses because I was using them as a lens. Did everything super DIY, lighting stuff on fire, breaking things. It was super fun. Thank you. No problem. I hope that made sense for you. This is fun. I've been celebrating pretty hard. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm pretty pooped. Um, it took it out of me to get this thing going. I've been having to stretch quite a bit. Get my move on again. Yeah, does anybody else have any questions too? I thought, I'm super excited that we made the $40,000 mark because I'm going to emboss these books, and so they'll sit. This is just like product porn right now. I can pull you I'll pull you a card, Curlo. But these things look so nice. I figure with an extra little embossing with a little depth there, that'll be really cool. The red edges on this. These guys, these matte red edges, painted edges. That'd be cool. Yeah, we met the stretch goals too. We really did. Or that one. Only had a couple by the end. I always, whenever I do anything, I don't know if anybody noticed, but put it like stretch goal $500,000 because you never know. I'll pull you a card. Let's see. So I pulled you 2 cards. I'm not getting too complicated, too crazy this evening. Maybe if it comes up, but I'm a little low energy right now. So you got the 2 cards, 2 main cards, which was the be open. Super simple. Be open to new things. Be open to possibilities more than anything. The state of being open, it reminds me of when I started to travel, right? Because what it did for me is it made everything possible. I didn't have an itinerary or anything like that. I had an idea of where I was going to go, but I didn't have times, nothing. And what that did is it made everything possible, and it made my journey really, really fun. So the state of openness also brings in things you weren't even aware of in your field. And then you've got the Pluto card, which is popping up a lot for a lot of readings, most readings lately, which is like death and a rebirth. So letting something die to be reborn. So approach it with openness. You're in a Leo, are you? There's a couple other ones. Yeah, approach it with openness. Be transparent. I would say with the people that you're working with, maybe these 2 cards. Libra. Well, be brave, Libra. You got the Leo card in there. I hope that makes sense. Be open to new stuff. Having a big birthday. Happy birthday. If you're having a big birthday, it's saying you got some body cards. So it's saying be unshakable. Don't let getting older or any sort of sometimes birthdays are really intense times, right? It gets us thinking about different things, and don't let it shake you up too much. If it's sneaking up on you, don't let it shake you up. Don't let it shake you up. You have to ground yourself card, right? You got to be like a tree. If it gets windy, if the weather up here gets windy or whatever, don't let it shake you up. And you also got to connect to your body. Oh, good. Well, maybe it's going to be a very grounding year for you. Regardless, it really wants you to connect with yourself, your physical body, and in for your birthday. Maybe do some dancing. That'd be fun. Yeah, happy birthday. Tell her happy birthday, everyone. Everybody wish her a happy birthday here. Happy birthday. Woo. Let's see. And I asked what the nicest thing you can do for yourself for your birthday is. It looks like a little bit of glow up, and get your friends around. Glow it up, find spirit, right? Go dancing or something, and get your friends, get people around you. It's your birthday, damn it. 60. Can you tell me more about the extra expansions, and also if you will offer different colored double cards separately? Also, what do you think of matte gold gilding to match the box accents? Matte gold gilding would be really cool. I think that I'm pretty sold on the red matte edges. I had red foil edges, but it feels these feel more like I wanted them to be classroom inspired almost. I collect vintage learning aids and things like that, and like flashcards and stuff. And I'm a sucker for old media and old print media, and I make block prints and things like that. And so, I think the red on there, you would never see something like totally gold gilded and like I maybe eventually on the gold gilding. But color expansions offer different colored double cards separately. What do you mean by different colored double cards? Like the same card, but a different color variation? I'll probably do that kind of stuff in like limited edition and special times, or I'm not sure. I'm playing with the idea, but I think that it would be fun to do little limited editions. Hey there. The chaos extras. Oh, the chaos extras. So the question is separately. What do you mean by separately? I was going to just throw them in there for you. Also, the box, I'm going to make the box a bit bigger, and so you can add in your stuff, add in your extras. Or I might ship with a secondary like felt box or something. But I love the altar cloths. I'm going to try to make them so you can tie them up. That's how I prefer to carry my cards most of the time, is usually in leather, honestly. But the chaos extras, yeah, the chaos extras are going to be right in there. I think that's a wonderful idea. Actually, I'll take note of that. Maybe the chaos extras will have a different coloration. That's also a good idea. I should just put the individuals or like the different things that make the base pack up offered separately, so you can build your own. Great idea. I will do that. Smart. I like it. I like it a lot. Got a new haircut today. I was getting shaggy there for a second. Accidentally cut off my beard too. I had a big old beard. I nicked it. I always feel like I look like a totally new, like different person. I forget what I look like. I think that they should be the doubles. I think I need to figure out manufacturing processes first, and then go from there and figure out how to put together the packages and how they ship and all of that. I want them to ship all together. I want it to be really special, and I want it to be extra awesome. I think that maybe they will be. I have different color palettes that I work in. I'll probably go in and change some things for sure. So it needs to have some sort of signifier that it came with that type of deck. I think that'll be really key to making them extra awesome. Oh, thanks, Davis. Hope you're well. Thanks for the compliment, man. Yeah, came a long way since May. Did a lot since I last saw you. So Davis was my neighbor, living in the warehouses up in Boulder as well. He's a jeweler. Go check out his stuff. He's got some cool stuff. I thought the chaos doubles were different colors as well. Yeah, well, we're gonna make it happen. It's so easy to do. I'll do it, but I just want to make sure that it's extra great, extra special. So I was asking if we could buy them separately. Um, I don't know. I don't know if they are from the chaos situation. I think that it should be part of that because then it will make that thing, right? I'll probably add different ones later. What's up, Bella Sasquatch? I like your name. I was in on Reddit and someone reached out to me in a DM and they were like, I was looking for information on Bigfoot and I came across your work and I love it. And that just made me, I felt like I got a trophy or something. Like I didn't know that I aspired for that sort of thing. And it just made my day. Bella Sasquatch, congrats on your successful project. We pull a card how you can find the right collaborators for our next music project. Sure. Why not? Thank you, by the way. I'm gonna shuffle these up real quick. So we're asking for Bella Sasquatch. All right, Bella. Have you been sharing your music? It says, do not forget, give something away. I see this with a lot of artists and musicians. It really wants you to know to just give it away. I was recording or helping record with this Israeli musician, beautiful woman. She just needed some help doing some guitar stuff and routing some things. And the first time I ever talked to her, she was asking me similar questions. And I was like, well, have you shared your music? And she was like, no. I was like, well, all you have to do to find success and at least the door to success, especially if you've got something with grit, something with teeth, is share your music. We don't make music and we don't make art to not share, right? So that's the first thing you can do. And then show passion towards it. You got the Mars card. Card of passion. Yeah. Hope that helps. And y'all, actually, I'm going to go close the door. Hang tight. Talk amongst yourselves. What I'd like to see is some more questions. Come up with some questions, y'all. Work together. All right, what do you got for me? Oh, let's see. Some coffee, exactly, coffee talk. Y'all, I want everybody talking together. That's the one thing, people keep asking me how I'm going to invest things and use this money to grow it. And the number one thing that I want to invest in is stuff like this, where it's like investing in community, getting people to talk to each other. I want to start a little forum or a place on the website. I want this YouTube to be a hub, but I want people to talk to each other and try the things that's in the deck too, and generate ideas together and that sort of thing. So I I mean, I'm excited that you're all here, more than anything, because this is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. It already is huge. Um, it's going to do good things too. The world is a wacky place. I have a Discord server. I will send out the information if you're not a part of the email list, I would highly recommend everybody get in on the email list. I'm neeff.com. I have a Discord server. I will let everyone know in all the ways. Okay, KL. Let's see. Yeah, Discord is great. I think that'll be great. Just curious, is making art and graphics your main occupation? Just wondering how you travel and live different places. Yeah, so I'm an artist primarily. I can show you some of my work is back. How there it is back here. But I do a lot of things. So I'm a guide, and I think in just my essence, I help people in different things. So I also do so professionally. People, big companies and small companies and things like that approach me for art. And so I kind of do a little bit of everything. I help direct the company where they want to go through their understanding of their visual language. That's one of the things that I do, but mostly I just make things. I make stuff like this, but I consult, and I would say it's like consultation. So that's actually how I traveled for the year. Is I had clients. I build these brands and help strategize. So this whole thing is about strategies, right? And so I was making this. I was doing all of this work full time, and the beer company New Belgium hit me up and asked me to do some cans for them. And so I did some cans for them as like an art project. It was really fun. And then other companies saw the work that I did and they approached me. And I've done so many things over the years as an artist. When you're an artist and you're young and you're in a place that's not like an art hub, and it was before, I started, this is going to date me, but I started before Instagram was like a thing. And so you do whatever you can to make a living. And I've been doing Adobe Suite stuff like Illustrator and Photoshop since I was 12 years old. And I'm a trained studio photographer, which is kind of outdated at this point because you can it's better to be creative than anything, right? I had a company called Thanks Sound for a while. We did soundtracks for films. I get hired to do things when people don't know how to do them or how to approach them. And then I also get hired to do things when people have a lot of trust in my process in regards to helping get a message across. So that company helped me do that. I started that in May of last year and started traveling by the end of May. It did well enough to do that. And so that also lets me do stuff digitally, but I don't think I'm doing it anymore. I brought it out as something that I offered and something that I do to get extra dough for travel, something that's reliable. So I'm phasing that back out. It's been about a year of doing that, or I'll leave that on the side and use sell it or something. I don't know, but I love making and distributing art is my favorite thing. Actually sold the way that I created this is that I would draw a card, I would go on Reddit, I would tell people about the art and what it meant, and then they would buy prints, right? So that was my biggest thing. I bought a house in Southern Colorado. I sold so many prints in 2020, 2021. I also would make t-shirts and things like that. And so if you go to my website, it's full of art. That's what I do. That's mostly what I do. But I could not do that while I traveled, and I didn't want to rely. I didn't want to charge readings or anything like that, and it allowed me to do all of that. So I'm rambling at this point, but go check out the website if you haven't. I'm going to be rebuilding it soon, so it'd be fun to probably catch it before I change it up. It's imneef.com. I have another one, mercuryoracle.com. It's pretty bare bones, but in the past been getting inspiration too. Expanded and healed a lot. That's good. Nice, man. How can I become more willing to be with the daily discomfort that this will require? How can I practice choosing my higher version? That's a good, nice, man. Great. Let's ask. Let's figure that out. How can I? Davis was asking how I can become more willing to be able to sit with the daily discomfort. That's a very Buddhist thing too. It's like, we oftentimes think we have to transcend out of a situation, but in Buddhism, you sit in the void. You don't try to get out of the void. You sit with the void. But let's pull some cards for you. Patience. It's being funny tonight, y'all. It's being tricky tonight. I like it. I like it. It doesn't do this very often. Don't take these as like you got the patience card, so be patient with yourself. And then you got the no, go, negatory, get moving. So perhaps let's pull more cards for you. I love this card for you. Patience to the road in regards to your dreams. No, and then you got no with Jupiter. No and Jupiter could mean excess. No excess. Remember what I said about the void? About sitting in the void. You got the void, so just go into the void. Go with the void. Embrace the void. It sounds like you're trying to do that anyhow. But yeah, I mean, this is all very practical. Be patient and be patient in your dreaming. I think it's important to dream. This is a card of writing as well. So when we dream, when we actively dream and make manifest, I think you've probably heard me say this before, Davis, but when we write our dreams out, it makes your inner world become our outer world because you're making a physical version of that inner world. I think that's so important. And I want to doing this right now just gave me the idea. I want to do a writing workshop with everybody. So stay tuned for that. If we do one, I think it'd be fun to do like an active dreaming workshop. But yeah, being patient with your dreams and know Jupiter, which is saying no, maybe to excess, is like the negative side of Jupiter or the heavy side of Jupiter. And then you've got going to the void. So embrace that void, boy. Hope that makes sense. That's all right. Welcome, Caleb. I use Adobe Illustrator. I mean, I do everything. So this is a screen print back there that I made with Adobe Illustrator. But my favorite thing to do is to paint. I like to make puzzle paintings. Again, if you haven't seen my work, head on over to imneef.com and check some of it out because it's going to get rearranged here soon. You can ask whatever you want. We're chilling. Yeah, of course, Davis. No problem, man. I'll be up in Colorado soon too. I'll have to kick it. Yeah, I'll upload this later for sure. We're just chilling. If you have any questions about anything, there's still time. Just throw that in the comments, and we'll pull you some cards, Caleb, or I can show you the deck, or if you have questions or suggestions. There's been so many good ideas that came out of this conversation, by the way, guys. Thanks for everyone who is contributing ideas and things like that. That's one of my favorite things ever, is taking everybody's good ideas and embracing them and expounding upon them and exploring them and all of that. Nice. I'm glad that felt resonant for you too, Bella. On Institute, all these cards are Adobe Illustrator then. Yeah, that's right. Adobe Suite. Yep. $30 a month. I made these on stolen Adobe software. I didn't have, I never purchased the Illustrator suite in my entire life until last year, which is just insane. It's much more reliable now, though. Pay that $30 a month. And I got cloud storage, which is nice. But yeah, they're all digital. All digital. Again, like I said, my core practice, I love to paint and draw and sculpt and create and build. And I like getting people together. I like events. I like to throw weird events, that kind of thing. But these ones are digital. It makes sense to make something like this digital because I can mass produce it a lot easier. I don't have to photograph every single work. You know, if you photograph something and then it has to be absolutely perfect. I like it. And then I can also change things later if I need. A lot more organized. Excuse me. I don't have any expansions in my deck, honestly. I'll show you my chaos deck, though. There's like cards that were, I don't think the cards that I lit on fire are in here, but look at this bad boy. Thick guy. So I take all of the misprints and things like that and I throw them into this deck. And then I use them that way, like this. There's like a really old Call Upon the Dead card. And then I pulled another Call Upon the Dead card. I really like the colors in this paper. But yeah. No expansions yet. The Leo card is in there. So that, I guess that's like that's the beginning of an expansion. I put myself in the deck. I'm a Leo, so I put Leo in there. And it refers to me as Leo. It ends my readings with Leo. When I'm giving a reading for someone else and it ends the reading with Leo, I know that person is a Leo. It's pretty cool. Good thing to have in there. But no other expansions really. I've got some cards that are not going to be in print. Sarah has a question. Okay. Let go of control. So the employ chaos card is letting go of control and letting chaos is the card of fun. Chaos is the card of making something new. It's the card of art. It's the card of chaos. The state of chaos in Greek mythology is where all things spring forth. So I see this often as letting things be chaotic because it makes new situations. And then we got the logo, the all one or none cards. So working together collectively. This is the card that I pulled. I think Davis was there actually. The all one or none card. People asked how we would get over the difficult situation that the world is in, and this card kept coming up. And it's true. It's everybody or nothing. And this is the card that I pulled when I asked what exemplifies Pluto and Aquarius. And it is the all one or none card, which is my favorite, which is why it is the logo, which is why we're all here talking now, which is why the thing got funded. All one or none, y'all. It's from the Dr. Bronner label. The soap, castor soap. Hope that answers your question. Help this situation let go of control and band together, work with those around you. Um, everybody or nobody, all one or none, friends. Does anybody else have any ideas, thoughts, questions, all of that? I wish I was more overhead with this thing. I have an overhead setup. I wish I could show you the overhead a lot easier. She's got a couple questions in there. We'll ask that first one there first. What message do I need to hear in this, when and where, regarding my projects? I'm not exactly sure what you're asking there, but I'll pull you a card. Yeah, you need to slow down probably a little bit. If you're experiencing like a lapse in between your projects, like downtime, just be with it, be with the downtime, and be patient with all of that, because that downtime is often time when you can figure stuff out. If I can't figure something out, I will do nothing. I will fuck around, right? Or if I can keep my like mental in that area that everything's going to be okay, but the void card is a period of wait or distance, and then being patient with it. It makes sense that these two cards are together. I always tell people, if they have if they have a little bit of downtime or whatever, if they have void time, that's a blessing. We can't be always working 24/7. You know what I mean? We can't always be grinding and pushing all of that time. We have to just accept. I always think of this as almost like a vacuum too. If you're in the middle, let it, if you're in the middle of a void, that'll fill up eventually with all the good stuff, right? And then patience, being patient, giving patience to the road. We're on a long, windy road. It's a windy, long road. I always think of pilgrimages, being on a pilgrimage. Sort of like shoot in the wind and see how it goes. I want to learn how to do so much artistically. Love how you're generally open-minded and open to many things. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, just raise your hand in here if you do hit the like button. Hit the like button right now if you do human design. Have you done human design? It's not moving. If you have not done human design, go type in human design chart into Google and do your human design. In my human design, this changed my life. Go do your human design right after this, y'all. Human design fucking rules. Human design, I love. So I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with channeled materials. I consider this kind of a channeled material, right? I channeled a lot of this. Well, some of them are like deep channeled materials, and this is a channeled system that this guy made. That's some of the realest shit ever. It is a combination of Kabbalah and the way your energy systems work, and astrology. And so it combines those things to tell you how all of your energies work in the world. And then it spits out all of this information. I am what is known as a projector. I'm a guide, right? But I'm a 3-5. So everybody gets a fraction. My 3 is the martyr, and then the 5 is the heretic. And so in that combination, I'm kind of like a wacky inventor. So I like to explore. I have to constantly be making and trying different things. And this thing is my most like 3-5 thing ever. But yeah, I think that's where a lot of that comes from. It's just like who I am. I love to make and do many things. So it really helps your practice. It's funny, I'll get stuck on an idea on like one particular project, and then I'll go and I can't get through it. And then I'll go do something totally different, and I'll figure out through working on that other project, the little thing. 6-2 projector. Hey, You better have a squad. That 6 there. That's cool. 6-2 projector. I forget what the 2 is. That the 2-line human design? Yeah, the hermit. That's what I thought. She's a hermit. She's got the 6 though, the leader hermit. Fun. It just uses your birthday. All you got to do is type in the time and place of your birth. Yeah, everybody, that's the homework. Everybody, go do your human design after this and report back. I want to know everybody's human design. Tomorrow's class. Have it ready on my desk. Yeah, that should change my life. Human design is incredible. It made me understand the projector thing a lot because I can't offer something about projectors is that their sacral energy is just totally open, and so it's very like penetrating, and so people feel as though they're like repulsed by your energy if you're a projector, if you try approach someone with something. So our projectors have to be invited to do something to actually be seen, if that makes sense. We are not seen until we're invited because we have these really crazy gifts. I can't remember which centers are activated for me. I'll have to find that out. I'm a splenic authority, if that's what you're asking. I'm a splenic authority 3-5 projector. Sounds pretty cool. Let's see, Ellis. Yeah. But yeah, it uses your birthday and makes it lays over these like Kabbalistic gates. It's interesting stuff. It's really worth if you want to know about your essence. When I teach people certain things, I try to ask if you are aware of the difference between essence and personality. Personality is what we develop through being around others and talking to others, and it is what culminates like when we're around certain groups of people, we pick those things like certain things up and use those in our personalities. Essence is who we are and what we're born with, and you cannot go against your essence, and one isn't better than the other. It's best to develop both of those things at the same time. But I've always understood essence as being clear through astrology and now through human design. So if you want to know your essence, human design and astrology, if that makes sense. 4-6 regal authority. I don't know. That's cool. He's a regal authority. We got a lot of 6s around me lately. Dang. Y'all hit me up. Need some 6s up in this. Cool. What's a regal authority? I've never heard of that. Let's see. Authority. Cool. Sweet. Cool dude. Oh, you're welcome. You're most welcome. Well, y'all, I'm going to wrap this up. I am very, very tired. I'm going to do a little more resting and maybe draw a little bit, play some music. But thank you, everyone, for popping in. This is really fun. Oh, the dice? Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I'm going to think about that. I thought it would be cool. One of the cards, the Employee Chaos card, is would be really cool to make into something that you can douse on. So have all the different answers and things around it floating around. So a little hidden gem. I thought that would be fun. Nice. I'm telling you, there's so many sixes around me all the time. Y'all hit me up. Gotta talk to the sixes. Yeah, some dice would be cool. I don't know what I would put on there right away. Maybe just something fun. Yeah, everybody, you're so welcome. Thank you for helping make this happen, and thank you all for um, bringing your questions. I just had a ton of people flood in, though. I wonder if they're in a different time zone or something. Where did everybody that just popped in come from? Should we stay on longer? If you're out there, say hey. If you have any questions, we're just shooting the shit, talking about cards. But I think I'm gonna wrap this up if nobody's got any more questions. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Thank you so much. Let's do more readings. Please leave any suggestions and keep bringing great ideas. And we'll do more readings. And maybe I want to do a writing workshop here in the future. That's so important, everybody. I hope y'all all are writing actively. That's some magic. But I super appreciate everyone. Thank you for everything. Peace, y'all.